Coming up on Mountain News this morning, 2 chaplains at Cincinnati Children's Hospital were fired. They say it stems from their support of a former colleague. And the Environmental Protection Agency is shutting down one of their offices. Some say this could have major impacts.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Monday to you. I'm Amelia Lee here on this July 28th at 6 o'clock this morning, and time for a check of our weather with meteorologist Megan Dusmal. And Megan, it really just does feel like a Monday. Every aspect, the weather, and the vibes.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. It feels like a Monday, especially with the fog out this morning, making that drive just a little bit harder as you're leaving the door. Let's talk about it, right? So here's a look at that visibility across the region. We're seeing some of that denser fog as we travel more into West Virginia. We'll see that starting to clear as the sun starts to warm up the ground a little bit more over the next couple of hours. We are seeing just a little bit of some storm activity as we're going between Floyd County and Pike County. A little bit of showers in Wise overall. It is not too bad of a start to your day with temperatures sitting in those 70s, a big range there, but we do have some upper 60s as you travel towards Wise and Clintwood. And this should come as no surprise at all. We head into the afternoon and those high temperatures are once again sitting in the upper 80s and low 90s with feels like temperatures in the upper 90s. Amelia.
Veteran and local businessman Willard Kinzer died Thursday, leaving a community to mourn the loss and remember decades of dedication. Kinzer devoted his career to the drilling industry, building and developing his family business as a consistent employer in the region. He also invested in many different avenues, including education and arts. His name will forever be cemented in different places throughout the region, from the Mountain Art Center to the Willard Kinzer Veteran Cemetery in Floyd County. Judge Executive Robbie Williams says Kinzer leaves behind a legacy of love.
The great thing about Mr. Kinzer is it's not the success in business that is a big part of his legacy, but it's what he gave back to our community, and you can't put a price tag on that.
The visitation for Kinzer will be after 1 o'clock today at Allen United Methodist Church. The funeral will be at 2 o'clock, also at the church. Backroads of Appalachia signed a lease agreement with First Frontier of Appalachia on Friday. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino tells us about this $1 million project that officials say will open new doors for Owsley County and Eastern Kentucky tourism.
On Friday, local government officials attended the first monthly meeting of the First Frontier Appalachian Trail System. The meeting highlighted a special collaboration between First Frontier and Backroads of Appalachia, a partnership aimed at expanding outdoor tourism throughout Eastern Kentucky.
We just received our $7.8 million grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission, as well as a $1 million match from our legislator, Senator Robert Stivers, State Representative Chris Fugit, and others to give us the match money to get this funding for Owsley County of a bridge.
That bridge will connect to a 40-acre trailhead property in Owsley County, thanks to a lease agreement signed between the two organizations. Executive Director of First Frontier says this will provide extra safety and accessibility for riders.
It's going to provide a good, safe, secure spot for folks that want to trailer their side-by-sides in. They can park there, leave from there, and know that things are going to be safe and taken care of, and go out and ride and enjoy the trails.
And an economic boost to Owsley County, which officials say is known to be one of the poorest counties in the state.
So local people, they may not want to ride ATVs, but they may have land where they could start their own campground, where they could build their own cabins, where they could have a place for people to stay. Airbnbs, beds and breakfast, even just primitive campsite.
Allowing more growth for tourism and opportunities for Owsley County. In Clay County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials say they are hoping to have the bridge in Owsley County built by the spring of 2026. For more information on this project, you can find our web story at WYMT.com. Well, it's one of the biggest economic drivers in West Virginia. The Hatfield-McCoy Trail System is now expanding, opening up a new trailhead in Logan County. The director of the trails says it was a challenge to open, but it's all part of the plan to boost the local economy. The Braveheart Trail System is connected to multiple communities. They hope to bring in more business to southern West Virginia and every community connected to the Hatfield-McCoy Trail System. Kentucky's LIHEAP summer subsidy program will start accepting applications this week. LIHEAP helps families pay their electric bills. Households applying for the summer subsidy program must meet income eligibility requirements. Applications open today, July 28th. To apply, reach out to your local community action agency office. Help will be given on a first-come, first-served basis through September 12th. A man was arrested for his alleged role in an arson case in Lexington earlier this month. Police say one of their vehicles was set on fire. UK police say the suspect is 31-year-old Santosh Sharma. Officers say Sharma has attempted arson before, back in 2023 at the Mary Todd Lincoln House in downtown Lexington.
Well, it appears that this individual has a troubled history, and it's very unfortunate, and hopefully the people who in positions of authority can get him the help he needs, and that also they can protect the community from any future acts that he might attempt.
Sharma is charged with second-degree arson. He's being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. A woman was flown to UK hospital after being hit by a garbage truck in Pulaski County. It happened Friday morning on Slate Branch Road in the Watercliff neighborhood. Officials say 54-year-old Renee Long of Somerset was walking her dog when she was hit. Her condition is not known. The driver of the garbage truck was not injured. A hiker had to be rescued at Breaks Interstate Park. A post on social media says a 72-year-old hiker fell on the geological trail and possibly fractured her ankle. A team made it to her and carried her out. They say the hiker was still in good spirits despite being in a lot of pain. Two chaplains at Cincinnati Children's Hospital say they were fired for supporting a former colleague. The two told their sister station in Cincinnati that they were supporting Ayman Soleiman. Soleiman was arrested by ICE earlier this month. That sparked a protest on the Roebling Suspension Bridge and a demonstration outside of a DHS office.
To me, it was really important that Ayman see that people that cared about him were there. But I certainly wasn't there as any representative of the hospital. I was there as myself and his friend.
Another chaplain, Elizabeth Diop, says she was terminated because of her social media posts. Cincinnati Children's Hospital has not commented on any of those terminations. President Donald Trump announced a trade deal with the European Union while visiting Scotland, and the agreement avoids a trade war with the U.S.'s largest trading partner. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn has more from New York.
We've reached a deal.
In a down-to-the-wire negotiation, President Donald Trump announced a new trade agreement with the EU, setting a 15% tariff on most European imports.
I think this deal will bring us very close together, actually. Sort of, it's a partnership in a sense.
The new rate is lower than the 30% tariff that was set to take effect Friday, but far higher than rates before Trump took office. The president announced the deal at his Turnberry Golf Resort in Scotland, where he was joined by the president of the EU.
It's a huge deal. It will bring stability. It will bring predictability. That's very important for our businesses on both sides of the Atlantic.
The EU has also agreed to purchase U.S. military equipment, as well as $750 billion of U.S. energy, and to invest $600 billion in other sectors.
We have the opening up of all of the European countries.
Although the deal was framed as a victory for the U.S., it could still raise prices for consumers. The president also addressed the situation in the Middle East as criticism intensifies regarding the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and after the U.S. pulled out of ceasefire talks blaming Hamas.
Israel's going to have to make a decision. I know what I do, but I don't think it's appropriate that I say.
President Trump hit the links for a second day while in Scotland, ahead of a planned ribbon cutting for a new Trump golf course in the country. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
President Donald Trump is spending the day with UK Prime Minister The EPA announced it's shutting down its Office of Research and Development, impacting hundreds of scientists. The office studies the effects of climate change, toxic chemicals, and pollution on human health and funds key university research. The cut is part of a plan to slash 23% of the EPA's staff, which will save more than $748 million, according to the agency.
It's going to be yet again another one of those warm days. I feel like I've repeated myself often and over again. So let's get into that forecast for you as we have a repeat day, a copy and paste day. Once again, we'll see those temperatures right now in those low 70s. We head into the afternoon. We're looking at those upper 80s and low 90s. Feels like temperatures in the upper 90s. Now, the good news is we're going to have a little bit of a change in the forecast as we're heading into the second half of the work week. Temperatures are dropping to average as we head into your Thursday, and then as we head into your weekend, we're looking at below average temperatures. So we're almost there to getting some cooler weather and a little bit of some relief from those hot temps. Satellite and radar right now is mostly clear, but we do have a little bit of a storm system moving into Pike County and some scattered showers as you travel into our Virginia counties. We'll continue to see those slight chances of showers in the morning hours and slight chances of storms as we're heading into the afternoon. Amelia.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on